It's the middle of winter. They're halfway between Nashville and Jackson. And I don't know if you've ever driven that area, but there's not much on the exit ramps. The hotels are pretty aged. You look around and don't really see a great place of refuge other than your car. And if the car's not running, that's not a positive place of refuge for the night, especially with the sickness that they had. We got a call almost at closing time on Saturday evening that a customer was stranded on the side of the road west of town out near Loretta Lynn's ranch. And they were scrambling at that point, trying to spend the night and get on to the next phase of their trip for his wife's cancer treatments. And they could not find anybody to help. They got a hold of Emily Kelly in our C3 center right at closing, and Emily knew they needed to be helped.
We were just closing. Sales was still open, but I had a customer on the line by the name of Tim, and Tim sounded a little distressed. Just the tone in his voice, kind of how he carried himself on the phone. I knew there was something more to the piece, like another piece to the puzzle there, that he wasn't letting on to.
Temperatures were around about 20 degrees, so there was some icy conditions that were out, and it was cold.
Tim, he knew about vehicles himself, and he had opened the hood and knew it was a belt.
Once they lost the tensioner, the car would not run. You'd lose your alternator, which would charge the batteries, the headlights, so they would be stranded at nighttime.
We had a few individuals that were still working. Both DeMarcus and Victor were present in the shop finishing up. The guys took it upon themselves to get together. They took their own personal vehicle, went out and stopped at a store along the way to gather those parts and then head towards the customer.
It was freezing. It was super cold, I remember that.
We got there and we found the pulley was seized up, so we took the pulley off.
We found out that the pulley that we brought was the wrong one.
We went to multiple parts stores trying to find that exact pulley for their vehicle, but no one had it.
We looked at our advisor Colt's E-Class, and it had a similar, it was the same one. It was the same pulley.
And found that it was an exact match, exact fit. So it was cold, bare fingers, picking pieces of belt, out of pulleys and stuff like that to make sure that, it wouldn't happen again when they were on the way back home.
Started her up, made sure it was good.
My first reaction was amazed. I wasn't surprised they did it because everyone here has the heart to serve others.
Just felt like it was the right thing to do. Somebody needed our help.
I like to think, if it was my mom, would someone do it for her? Or, my dad or someone, and not tell them, you're out of luck, come back, Monday.
The owner has to know about this. I got to make sure he knows what these guys and gals did.
It felt so good to be a part of this team. What we stand for here as the store, Joe Agreste's mission.
That solidified why he built this place, was to serve our customers in the exact way that these guys did it.
Just to see that in action and see these three individuals that took time out of their day that Saturday evening. I'm sure they all had other things that they could have been doing.
I don't know if it was going back to treatment or coming back to their house, but they came by to thank all the associates themselves. Gave them a gift card for a very nice dinner so that the four of them could go out to dinner together.
We, hugged and laughed, and she cried, and it was a beautiful moment, and they said thank you.
I didn't think I'd ever see him again, and they came in, hugged us all. I'd say I might have teared up a little bit.
It makes me feel great, that I was able to help them get to where help them make it to where they needed to be.
Yeah, it really got me in the feels.
It makes you proud as a leader that no one had to call you on a Saturday night and say, hey, are you okay if we do this?
Hopefully, I guess I inspire other people to do the right thing, even if they don't necessarily feel like doing the right thing.
There's so much out in this world today, so much negative, but that we were able to help that customer be a positive light to them, just exciting to be a part of.